Hello and welcome back. I thought this week I would bring you along for a day in the lifestyle video. I hope you enjoy coming along with me. It's early still, and the very first thing I do each morning is come out here to feed the chickens and change their water. Our baby hens that we got in the spring are fully grown and about to begin laying. On alternating days, I water my plants on the patio and in the garden, and today that's what needs to be done, so I'm out here doing that before I go back in. I have been diligent about this, and it has paid off as most of my potted plants have survived the heat of summer. The tomatoes are heavy on the vine once again, so I grabbed a basket from the kitchen to fill. Every summer, I like to make a few batches of sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to use half of these for a batch now, and save the other half for more bruschetta later. I will link a full tutorial on how to make sun-dried tomatoes for you in the description box below. Basically what I do is I lay the tomatoes evenly out on the sheets with a little salt and olive oil, and then I bake them on low for a few hours to dry them out. It's a simple process that yields a delicious result. I cut back on caffeine, so instead of starting the day with coffee, I wait until breakfast and have a cup of fermented tea instead. After the morning chores, it's computer time where I edit and write. I'm usually here for about 3 hours and then come back after lunch. The tomatoes have been in the oven for a couple of hours. I like to smash them down just to help them out a little bit and continue baking to dry them out further. It's finally time for coffee and for breakfast. I do intermittent fasting, so I wait till 10 a.m. to eat breakfast. I didn't show up, but my mom stopped by just for a few minutes to drop off some fresh eggs and nectarines that are ready from her tree. like to do my Bible reading at the breakfast table and have switched from an evening to a morning routine with it. I have found it brings about a sense of peace for the entire day. I do like to be dressed and ready for the day, no matter if I'm leaving or not. I like to put a little bit of makeup on and do my hair after my shower and just be presentable. I do consider this to be a form of self-care because I could feel the difference in my self-confidence as well as my mood when I do this as opposed to when I don't. So I encourage you, if you can, take just a few minutes to do the little things that make you feel ready and presentable for the day. Now that I've gotten some work done, breakfast is over, and I'm officially ready for the day. Now it's time to get the house in order, and that always starts here in my bedroom, making the bed. I went ahead and straightened up the bathroom, cleaned the breakfast dishes, and got my little Roomba going. And now I'm going to put away these eggs and the nectarines, which I love to leave out because I think they're pretty. For lunch, I'm just going to make a simple chicken salad. I have some celery, some red onion, and some grapes to put in, and I might put some nuts in here too. parents' farm, they also grow walnuts, and I happen to have some left over from last year's harvest that I'm trying to use up before the new harvest. So I'm going to add some of these for some crunch. Earlier this week, I made some sliceable white bread, so I'm going to use that for my daughter's sandwich, and I will be having mine in a tortilla for a wrap. Sitting down for meals and just taking a break from the day and having conversation and just being with my daughter is always a highlight of the day. Sun-dried tomatoes are done. I let them cool for a little while, and then what I'm going to do to preserve these a little bit is I like to smash them into little mason jars that I have here, and then what I'm going to do is pour in some olive oil, and I'm going to take the air bubbles out and then store these in the fridge, and they last a very long time that way. I will also link my step-by-step, like I mentioned earlier, for you in the description box, because it also talks about this part of storing them as well. Every afternoon, I like to do what's called blessing the house, where I go and straighten up our couch, make sure the floor's vacuumed properly by our little Roomba, clean the floors if I need to, if there's any dust, because we do have hardwood floors, pick up any old dishes and things that need to be done in the main living areas of the home. Oddly enough, one of my most popular videos on YouTube is a tutorial that I did a year ago where I just shared how I covered my couch with drop cloths, and this is the same drop cloth that I used in that video. It has held up beautifully. It is a great affordable way to redo your couch without spending a lot of money, and it's even washable. So I will link the video and the blog post for that in case you're interested. this little Swiffer style mop, but it's washable, that I like to use in between deep moppings that I use with my steam mop. Today it's just a light wipe down. Whenever my floors get a little bit dusty, I find that this thing works perfect, and today they're looking a little bit dusty. I don't like the way that looks in corners and things, and so I'm just going to go throughout the main areas of our home and give them a good wipe with this little guy. I am really looking forward to fall. It's almost here, and without going and getting a bunch of fall decor or busting out the fall decor too early, I am craving flowers. I didn't get very many flowers, as I've mentioned before, from the garden, so I'm craving some color, and I thought I'd come and just get some flowers that I could use during the fall months, but also use during the summer months or just any time of year. And our local craft store that we have was having an excellent deal on these beautiful flowers. So I am going to make a very big, very colorful dried flower bouquet. I found some gorgeous blooms for almost half off. I got these, and they will last me for a while, hopefully. And I got a variety of colors so that I could use them year round and just store them when I need to. And so I'm just going to take all the stickers off and then get this arrangement together. I think one of the most important aspects of making a dried flower arrangement is to use a beautiful vase. I actually repurposed these out of some old glass vases that were pretty ugly to start with, and I did a video when I did that, which I will share with you in the description box below. And basically this is a faux aged clay pot look. It brings a beautiful old world touch that I love having in my home, so I'm going to try these out first. I like to just bend the stems as opposed to cutting them. That way I can always adjust them and move them to different containers, and that way they could be as tall or as short as need be. Unfortunately, neither one of those vases worked, so I went around the house and I found this antique smaller vase for the living room, and for the larger one I have this wide rimmed vase that I've been wanting to use, which will let the flowers spread out like I'm wanting. After adjusting for a little bit, I finally got the bouquet to where I had envisioned it. I think it looks beautiful, it's grand, it looks great on the table, and will look fabulous for fall. But again, I'm waiting to decorate for fall officially. As for now, these will work great in these living spaces to bring color and some life, even though they're not real, but they definitely look real. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed your time here. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you guys on the next one.